Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the actual in-game audio and sounds based around the game. Let's get into it.
Campfacer.
What's going on, campers? Campfacer here. Welcome back to another Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game video. Now, we've all seen the trailers and we've seen the gameplay footage put out by GameSpot and IGN with overdubbed music and all, but we haven't heard the actual in-game audio based around the game, the core game itself. My friend Laughing over on YouTube talked a little bit about this, but today I'm going to go in with my thoughts on the audio itself. But first, before we get into that, make sure to like, subscribe, click notifications to all so you don't miss a video in the future. I appreciate y'all. Let's dive in and take a closer look at this in-game audio.
Someone help! My leg! Oh my god! Oh my god! Help me!
Okay, you guys, all I have to say is wow. What sets this game apart from all the others out there is a lot of games, what they do is they put a lot of loud, dramatic music, chase music over certain parts of the game, whether like you're playing Friday the 13th and Jason's getting close to the counselor and the music's there, and then the chase music is on, and you know the killer's nearby. And yes, it sets for a very dramatic and cool experience, but in this game, Gun Interactive decided to go the route of creating the ambient sounds around you and creating those moments and those feelings when something happens. It happens organically with jump scares. Maybe you don't know somebody's standing behind you and you turn around, and then when something happens, you guys notice, then some of the music kind of built up, the ambient sound built up, and it got louder at that point in time. But in this game, all the sounds and ambient noise you hear outdoor environment was all recorded in Texas. Yeah, that's right. Gunn traveled to Texas numerous times throughout the year to capture the organic sounds of the wind blowing through the trees. This is what's going to make this game great. That's what's going to separate this game from a lot of other games you've played, is the sound. I've talked about this plenty of times before in my other videos, that I feel like this game, the main core of this game, believe it or not, is going to be based off the dramatic sounds, the stings, ambient noise. When you're walking through the main house, you're going to hear something coming from downstairs or upstairs, or a door slamming. You don't know what's around the corner. When you hear, like, maybe you're going to hear the chainsaw in the distance. And that's another thing too, is you notice in this game, a lot of games have this, but I'm pointing this out, that there's proximity sound. Like when you saw Leatherface running from a distance past Anna, it gets louder and louder, and then it goes and fades away. And that's awesome because, in outdoors, you also notice that the chainsaw sounds different. Now, I pointed this out in one of my other videos too, as well. When in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 movie, when Leatherface lights up that chainsaw when Pam's on the hook, he's in the kitchen, and you notice how it has that very loud, echo, reverby sound to it. I hope that when you're in the house, the chainsaw sounds the same way, and I have a feeling it's going to, because you notice how it sounds loud but dry outside. Well, it sounded like that in this game as well. And that's why I'm excited about this game. The sounds feel realistic. When you're playing this game, it's going to be very creepy, not knowing where something is coming from. And you also notice it came from the left side of your headphone set. It wasn't just coming from all around you. It was based off where he was located on the map. That being said, that there's not constant music in this game, and the fact that Leatherface can shut off his chainsaw. Like, he can let it idle and he can rev it, but he can also shut it off so he's dead silent. Now, could you guys imagine this? You're a victim. You're walking through a hallway in the game. You don't really hear much of anything. Maybe you hear something off in the distance, but you're in this hallway by yourself, and down the hall is a door to your right, and the door is open, but the lights are shut off inside the room. But from your point of view, you're gonna walk and you see this doorway, and your plan maybe is to go down the hall and take a right and turn the light on and go into that room. But as you're walking down that hall, let's just say the Leatherface player is standing in that room waiting for you, because maybe he pinged you. He saw like he sensed through the wall that you're coming. He knows you're walking down the hall, but you don't know he's there because he's being quiet. Now, organic jump scares, this is what I'm talking about. Let's just say he's standing in that doorway around the corner. You're walking and you're assuming maybe there's no one there. Maybe there's not. I don't know. You're taking that risk, that chance. You're walking down, and all of a sudden, as soon as you turn that corner, the Leatherface player lights up that chainsaw and revs it. And that's what I'm talking about. Organic jump scares in this game is based around the fact that the music isn't constantly being like a chase music. Oh, like, could you imagine if Leatherface had a chase music, and whenever he's nearby you, he's there. It would be creepy, but it would kind of ruin the immersion of this game. And what Laughin and I were talking about, and what he was talking about in his last video, is how these sounds are going to be more scary because we're going to hear organic, real life sounds, opposed to just a bunch of music overlapped on top of us. Now, he also played a sound clip from one of his, I don't know if it was an overdub sound clip, but when I heard it, I was like, wow, that could actually be used in this game as a mechanic. Now, what if you were a victim and you were injured and you were being chased by one of the family members, and all of a sudden your heart's like, when you get nervous in real life, whether you're like running from somebody or something's about to happen and you're going to take the hit, or even in a horror movie, they're running and they know they're going to die, but they're trying to get away. What if there was a brief moment that this sound clip drowned everything out and you didn't hear anything except for this sound right here? I'm going to play it right now. Now, don't tell me that that isn't awesome. What if they implemented that into this game as well, but maybe a short period of time, maybe like 10 seconds, and then it faded back to you hearing the normal sounds around you? That would kind of give you that fear of like dizziness. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna go, because maybe you can't hear somebody on the microphone yelling to you like, come over here, or you can't hear like the gate opening because you're being chased and you're in fear so bad that you just hear that drowned out bassy tone for like 10 seconds, and then it comes back, and then everything starts coming into your ears again. That would be really scary and awesome. I think that would be a cool thing. Gun, if you're listening, you should add that. I don't know what you guys think about that. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to talk about today. I wanted to go over this. I know, again, Laughing went over this in his video, but I wanted to share my thoughts on this with you guys, my community over here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Again, make sure to like, subscribe if you are interested. Check the channel out. I appreciate it. And as always, campers, stay out of the woods.
Blood flows red on the highway.